We are moving on to the second lesson in Unit 3, which is the tippancy. This is Unit 3, so this will be the third time that your students have seen the tippancy. So a view of event, just the 3 different event blocks that are most commonly used in Scratch. When you're in Scratch, you'll see there are other event blocks, but a lot of those event blocks are things that are used within a script, not necessarily to start a script. And then we've got a little action here. So which event block makes this sprite grow bigger and talk? Which block? Is it the
block A?
When green flag clicked? So does he grow bigger and talk when the green flag is clicked or when he is clicked?
Yeah. When the sprite is clicked. Yeah.
When the sprite is clicked, exactly. And also, remind your students that the green flag block is really an event block used to reset all of your sprites back to their original position, original size, original color. Unless you've got something that you've got a script where you want the actions all to start on the green flag. Most of the time, if you've got a script in your project that has to do with the sprite clicked, your green flag is just going to be to reset everything.
Oh, I can't believe how many projects we have already explored and created together. Today, we are going to get to talk about a whole new topic, events. When I say the word event, what is the first thing that pops into your mind? Was it something like a special event, a birthday party, maybe a soccer game, or a family barbecue? Those are events to humans, but not to computers. To a computer, it is something that it can sense and respond to. A closer example would be this. What just happened there? When Melissa tapped Susie on the shoulder, Susie came over. The tap on the shoulder is like an event in programming. When someone taps us on the shoulder, we go over to them. Going over is the action we decide on to handle the event of being tapped on the shoulder. There are other events we respond to in real life. Can you think of any? Fire alarm, school bell, walk signal, alarm clock. When you are playing video games on the computer or on your phone, there are all sorts of different events that can trigger actions. What are some things that you do to a computer that causes it to take an action? Typing on a keyboard, clicking on a mouse, touching a cell phone screen. Other examples include pressing buttons on video game controllers, using voice recognition with Siri, or swiping with your finger on a tablet or phone. Scratch has its own set of events that you, as the programmer, can tell it how to respond to. Scratch has 3 types of events directly caused by a user: clicking the green flag, clicking on a sprite, or typing a key on the keyboard. The programmer writes commands in the form of scripts that tell the computer what to do when the event occurs. For example, when the green flag is clicked, a sprite says hi. This way of programming is called event-based programming. It is when you program the computer by telling it what to do as a result of user actions. Today, you are going to explore the events in Scratch projects and how you can use all of them.
And here is our tippancy project. So it is on Ofrenda. Some of you are familiar with an ofrenda. Day of the Dead is usually when the ofrendas are put out in schools, and you've got usually the sugar skulls to represent special people in people's lives that have passed away. So we're going to look at the ofrenda. Again, remembering that the tippancy is the most important thing. We look at the title, because the title is going to tell us a little bit about the project. Always, always, always read the instructions and the purpose. Play the project, and then click See Inside to answer the remaining questions on the tippancy. So part of the questions in the tip and C is going to be part of the tip, and the other part is the C. In the Ofrenda tip and C, we have a variety of sprites. Katrina, left, Grandpa, middle, Cat, and right, Grandma. For the first part of the tip and C, students will play the project and answer questions by putting the letter of the sprite in the appropriate blank. Who talks when the green flag is clicked, the space bar is clicked, or the sprite is clicked? In part 4 of the tip and C, students will click See Inside, then click on the left or the Grandpa sprite and examine the code. They will then predict which of these 3 blocks matches the actions that are listed below. Make the sprite bigger, make the sprite smaller, and make the sprite talk. And finally, in part 5 of the tip and C, the Explore and Tinker, students will work with Grandpa's Change Size By block to see if Grandpa will get bigger or smaller based on the changes that are made in the number in the white circle on the block. Remember, students should predict first what they think will happen, then make the change, and then run the code and verify if their prediction was correct.